evening. Hello. Welcome on Tenerife Winter Sessions 2026. First of all, thank you to organizers. Thanks to our sponsors, Canarias.com and Camina and Intelequia. My name is Jacek Nosal, and topic of my presentation is pushing the boundaries of data visualization on maps in Power BI. I'm business intelligence consultant. I live and work in Krakow, in Poland. I work for a small company, Abyss, and during my everyday work, I work with mainly with SQL Server, Power BI, and Fabric. Sometimes I deliver training sessions for our customers or for Polish attendees. I lead trainings dashboard in a day and fabric analysis in a day for Polish audience. Okay, agenda for today is very simple. A few words about me, limitations. I prepared two demos, so then I will show you first demo. Next, Spain example dedicated to this conference, which I worked during last few weeks and days. Of course, demo, and thank you for goodbye. Alright, so now that I live and work in Poland, I'm also Microsoft certified trainer. I got a few certificates for BI and Fabric, DP600, DP700. Sometimes I speak during events like this one in old school on-site meetings of user groups, mainly in Krakow, but mainly sometimes I can be found in other cities of Poland. I've been honored to be part of few conferences in Poland, online and in international conferences. So sometimes I try to find new features, new ways of working with data in BI environment. After works, I'm a husband and father of three children, so I've got sometimes I think I've got too little time to experiment with new features, new data, but I try to find sometime during late night and discover something new. Okay, so let's go then. Limitations. This is our first topic. I found few points of limitations, few details. First one is logic limitations. Something we expect that we can find in our tools many features that they should work as we wish, as we could expect from them, but it's not very often. We've got limitations of point numbers, file sizes. If we try to use different solutions, and sometimes internal engineering, which is unknown knowledge for standard for BI developer. And this is very short introduction to limitations. I think the best way will be to show this on the examples. So let's go to the Power BI service. Okay, and I prepared few examples, and I'm going to tell you a few words about some of them. Okay, first of all, this Denmark municipalities. Okay, the story behind this is very simple. I did some test and work with Polish administration's levels. There are three levels in Poland: states, county, and municipalities. And after that, I had a journey to Denmark and thought, okay, it could be great to uh, check Danish data, administration data. I found that there are 98 communes, but they have every of the communes have got a unique name. This is quite easy and much better than in Poland. In Poland, we've got 2,500 communes. Of course, there are duplicates, names, duplicates, names which are used in three or five, four different places in Poland. So I thought that Denmark should be easier example. Okay, so first of all, I used Azure Map. I used unique names in location, and I was expected to get field map which can show me whole area of the Denmark. And after a few seconds, I will get this kind of map. But when we go deeper, we can find that one of the island is not in blue color. We can see smaller island named as Leso commune, and this point is also Leso commune. You can see here the small name Leso Island. I think this is one of the problem. The second one here, of course, we got Njord, and here some kind of one another island. And last example is city of Copenhagen, capital city. We can see that main area of the Copenhagen is not filled by the blue color. This point is Copenhagen commune, and this area is Copenhagen commune. So I can guess that this is multi-polygons, but these multi-polygons don't work properly. The second limitation which I found that this area, grave commune, is making gaps and overlaps with neighbors. I think that this is some kind of problem with optimization of the underground data, data in background. I don't know where these borders are coming from, but we got this automatically added when we use field map in Power BI. Okay, next one is I try to add longitude and latitude to this visualization, but I didn't resolve problems which I showed preview. Blue map, this color is based on different names to be more attractive for eyes. Okay, after then, I started to work with GeoJSON and try to export GeoJSON file for the communes for Denmark. And after a few tries, I prepared this GeoJSON file. And as you can see, we now can see fulfilled area of Lesso Island. Of course, small islands, Njord and Masnedo. And of course, city of Copenhagen is, of course, presented properly, the whole area. Of course, using reference layer with GeoJSON files is interactive, so we can select any of the area and see the changing name and reference number for this region. Okay, so we can see sometimes limitations in expected resources. Next one is numbers as locations. We can use numbers in location field, but when we've got no other context, we can see points in different parts of the world. It started from the Eric Svensson, who presented the numbers from 1 to 100 presented map of France. I've tested to the 10,000, and my thesis is that these are not ideal, but very common postal codes for different points, different regions on the whole world. In different thousands, there are different countries. So we should know not to use these numbers without context, because we can get quite different views of data on our maps. Next one, point limit. This is the most hot topic in Power BI, maps in Power BI. If we use location field and we add names as a city, street, building number, and so on, we use geolocation, and this data has to be sent to the external servers, geocoded, and after that our visual is getting longitude and latitude for different points and presented it on the map. But in this example, limitation is 3,500 points, and in my opinion, developers should avoid this option, because map using geocoding is very slow. So to have fast maps, we should be precise. We should bring to our semantic model longitude and latitude for different points, and after that we should use these points on map. And I built kind of square. It's 1 degree longitude, 1 degree latitude. So we got little more than 10,000 points. We can see very regular pattern. It's from one point to another. It's 100th part of the degree. When we go to the next bigger rectangle, 2-degree longitude, 2-degree latitude, we can see in the center of this area that we've got very regular points in lower part, and in this point there are starting gaps. We see new gaps between points. We should expect the same density as the lower lines in the upper lines. So we see that here is a missing point, here is the missing point, and so on. So when we reach the limit of 30,000 points, some of the points are not shown on the map. I would expect Power BI Azure Visual would as well as that there's only 30,000 points and number of points which were, I would say, removed or undrawn on the visual. It would be great. For now, we just have to know that limit is for 30,000. Okay. Next example is 90,000 points, and we can see different patterns. So, of course, you can guess that we've got much more gaps in points, almost whole lines or whole columns in different manners. Okay, so these limitations are very problematic when we want to present many points on maps. But how many points can we quickly count using our eyes? It's not big number. So I think 30,000 is quite a good number, but we should try to work with our bigger amount of data in smaller packages. I also hit the limitation of the file. So Power BI Desktop in reference layer, we can upload JSON file into this visual into this layer, and my experiment file, or the biggest file which I successfully uploaded, was a file of Polish municipalities, almost uncompressed, 81 megabytes of JSON data, and it works not fast, but it is. I had conversation with Mike Honey from Australia, and he checked that this GeoJSON, which is uploaded into reference layer in Power BI, Azure Map Visual, this file is compressed in file. And after uploading this into the Power BI service, Power BI service has to uncompress this zipped file, and then data can be presented, visualized in our Power BI report. Of course, we can see that details are very high, but the size of the file is quite big. I use for my presentations. I very often use GitHub. There's also no limitation. We can use only in a free version of GitHub. We can use files which are not bigger than 25 megabytes of data. So don't forget about it. Okay, so About internal engineering, I will tell you in demo number 2. Okay, uh, we are in Tenerife winter sessions, so I thought that I could prepare some Spanish data, uh, and in last weeks I tried to do something with different countries administration level. I'm building knowledge and building some solutions how to work with this data, and that was new challenge for me. Spain was on my list, and this Tenerife winter sessions was the starting point for me. So let's go to the demo number 2. Okay, first of all, I used official data sources for Spain. I uploaded I downloaded from the resource three levels for states, communes, municipalities, and there are two data for the I would say European part and for the Canary Islands. Second, I added it. I used open source tool QGIS to get this data on the same layers, and after that I got three layers for the Spain. We can switch from the states to counties, and after few seconds we will see more detailed boundaries. We can see tooltip from different parts of area selected. And when we go to the municipalities, after a few seconds, we can see the grid of the area will be much more dense. And I found another limitation. We got 8,220 municipalities, but when I use legend as the state level, uh, there is kind of limit. I didn't resolve it yet, but some part of the area is not presented. It looks like there's no data. But when we turn off the legend, so legend uh, colors regions for us, when we remove this field, we can see that these two regions, La Rioja and Vasco, yeah, you can see that all of these regions are filled with data. Not only these two regions, but when we got all 8,000 regions, municipalities, we can see all works properly. As you can see, we can select any of them. We can do multi-selection. With this data, yeah, and we can see from how many states, counties, municipalities these areas are selected. Okay, so we can go, of course, to the service. And here I got the Spain example also published in Power BI service, and as you can see, it works very similar in service and in desktop. The files for the municipalities, counties, and states for Spain are set in GitHub, as you can see, the same gap here. Yeah. One of the trick is possibility to build two pages and use drill through from one region to another. All of these GeoJSON files, I try to publish on GitHub, github.com. Jacek, it's a kind of English pronunciation of my name, EU, Jacek Europe, and in folder Spain, you can find for GeoJSON level 2, level 4, and level 6. It's states, counties, and municipalities. Okay, but how this file is built? I've got three layers, and I use the switch. Yeah, so this is field parameter which can switch between different levels to dynamically change the web URL address to the GeoJSON layer. So I use this in reference layer, and here I use type URL, and I use dedicated measure mmap, which just go to the open the proper GeoJSON layer for me and for anyone who wants to use this data. Okay, and to build this slicer states from states to municipalities, I have to work with numbers of the all municipality. It helps to build the proper structure for this data, and we can avoid problem of the duplicated names. There are some names I found about 10 or 20 duplicated names. One of them is Moja. Yeah. And we can see this on the level of municipalities. Okay, there are only two small parts, two small regions are selected. Here we can see Castilla-Mancha, Cuenca, Moya, and here Gran Canaria Island, and we can see Canarias, Las Palmas, Moya. So the same name is properly represented in the structure because of the unique municipality codes for everyone municipality. Okay, let's clear this. Okay, so this is the Spain. I also in previous weeks worked with the Italy, Portugal, Romania, Italy, Netherlands, Austria, Poland, and try to use different languages, different data, how they work with the Azure map in Power BI. Also, the very interesting point is the project first million points, but it's almost 1 million points. I get data for the states Małopolskie. It's Lower Poland. In Poland, it's one of the states. And we've got here not 16,000. We've got here over 850,000 address points. And when I check this, we're using performance analyzer. We've got only 30,000 points presented on this map in this moment. So we've got 850,000 points in dataset, but Azure Map Visual shows only 30,000. When we go to the one of the biggest city, Nowy Sącz, we can see that many buildings are not connected to any point. I chose this city because the 16,000 address points is the number of the city. So when we got whole data are statistically, I don't know how and why we, which algorithm, what kind of algorithm is used to remove points. But when we go only to this data set, only to this region, I will do it using connected postal code. We can see now 16,000 points with few external errors. And now we can see that all buildings are compared to the data point in this part of dataset. Okay, so this is the last example for today. I hope you found some valuable information. I think some tricks or techniques could be used in your work with Power BI, with maps. You should try some experiment, and finger crossed that you will get attractive usage of Azure Map Visual. Okay, so from my side, that's all. Thank you very much. If you would like to contact me. I only use LinkedIn, so you can find me Jacek Nosal or by the link address Jacek Nosal KR Krakow PL Poland EU Europe. So Jacek Nosal KR PL EU. Once again, thank you and goodbye.